upstate New York as you look inside of Bills Stadium in Orchard Park.
The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And we are underway in Buffalo. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
At the 22-yard line.
They run the counter. It's Simpson, and he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
We are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Bills Stadium in Orchard Park.
A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. First down gets 3 up to the 28.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off the play fake, Bradshaw. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Off play action, Bradshaw. And he comes back with one complete. And he sheds himself free. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Bradshaw. And he will find his man on the outside. Off play action, Bradshaw. Completion left side to Miller. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. This will be caught once again by Brown. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 10 yards out. And the Steelers are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll try the left side. Simpson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Rolling to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To the air, Allen. Going deep for Diggs. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Going deep for Diggs. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. That would give running left. It's Bettis. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Off the play fake, Bradshaw. And that is incomplete.
This is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Here's Jordan Berry now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And taken right at the 35. So that a 56-yard punt with a 14-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
To throw on 2nd down, Bradshaw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Room here to run. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Looking to throw. Bradshaw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. But that's going to change the course of things. They had a good drive working, a chance to really open things up here in the first quarter. Instead, the
because making that type of a play gives them confidence moving forward and maybe makes them a little more reticent on the offensive side of the ball.
Because if the touchdown had gone the other way, this thing could have started to get ugly early. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Matt Milano came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have the coach tell us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Bell will score. Touchdown, Steelers. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
On play action, Allen. And it's incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Allen. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Take it in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41.
Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Bradshaw. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. On first down, it's Simpson. And he's got room. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Simpson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Mika Fitzpatrick, the all-pro safety, up to make the play.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Airing this one out for Evans. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Got a man. It's Swan, complete.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll try and throw for it here.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here's another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Off the play fake. Bradshaw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Now a handoff. Running left is Bell. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Off play action. Bradshaw looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone.
And he'll only get this back to the 10-yard line. Not too sure what he was doing there. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A final shot before half for Allen. Flushed out right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And this is Simpson with a catch. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Looking to throw again on second down. Allen going deep for Diggs. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 73 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Off the play fake, Bradshaw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
They'll try the left side. It's Simpson, and he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 29. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation. Allen off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
We all saw the talent, the big plays in Minnesota, but Stephon Diggs really elevated his game in Buffalo last year. Led the NFL in catches with 127. There's another one right there.
They'll run on first down. Simpson bulldozes past him, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 49 yards on the ground for him so far.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did it.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Bills have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Play action. Bradshaw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Off the play fake. Bradshaw. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Caught here by Bell. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it a second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Throwing on first down, Bradshaw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Off play action, Bradshaw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And Boswell's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play here for Buffalo.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Simpson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Here's Allen. Touchdown, Bills. It's complete. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bills are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Off the play fake. Bradshaw. Got a man. That's Ward. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Off play action. Bradshaw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Here's 2nd and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Off the play fake. Bradshaw. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big gain there for the Bills.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Simpson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills will add on to their lead. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the side.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Matt Milano able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Pass complete to Ward. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Bradshaw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Eluding the pressure right. And Diggs has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Allen. Flushed out right. And it's caught. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Allen to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. Back to throw. Allen. Flush to his right. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate?